Guys, Cosmos here, and we're going to be going over Wartune events for the 17th of June 2016. So tomorrow's events, so here are, first of all, there's a compensation, but you probably already saw that. That's for the maintenance. The compensation pack is an extreme stamina potion. I'm gonna take that, and is 500,000 Daru, gold, 50 regular henna, level 2x scroll, double honor scroll. So the standard pack that we always get so far. And those packs are periodically updated, and usually they become horribly outdated before they get updated. But yeah, it is what it is. So coming back to the hot events, so I'll do both 16 and 17 because I also haven't seen 16. It was loaded after the maintenance, so I will also just go over the 16s as well as the 17 of June's. So we have the 5-day recharge for the 16th. So this one is using the new chest. So this is the mustache chest. So I guess they're running out of ideas of some cool names. So maybe after the mustache, they'll go to like a nipple chest. I think so. That would be hilarious. So anyways, we got the new event cycle, new event chest cycle, going with the mustache chest, which drops the beast souls in this cycle, was clothing shards in the previous cycle, and the traditional standard chest items, that there's no change in them. And traditionally I like these chests a lot less than the clothing shard chests. I like those more. And if there's an exchange or so, I don't have a problem with exchanging these, because one single beast soul is really nothing. We can get from other places these are much easier than trying to get them from these chests. And since they removed the mount and the wings, getting the clothing just by itself is less interesting, because the most interesting thing about clothing is getting the clothing title. And in this event cycle, the fairy clothing set is on, and that is an S class, or S quality, or S grade, whatever words you want to use. And yeah, so that's a little bit about opening this chest. So for those people who like to use the 5-day recharge events, so let's say for example doing 500 balance per day, you got this one going on, where you can get some beast souls. You can always get event chests, and this one is based on the divinity souls. Probably the highest value here are the divinity souls. You get the level 4 bonus X scroll, which is a 1000 X. That's quite useful for, especially if you have reached knighthood. There you need a lot of experience, so that item is useful there. And on the 4th day you get a Frost Lion card. So yeah, if you don't have it, it's good, but usually if you are a casher, then most likely your mount shop is maxed out. So I'm not exactly sure who this is for, but it's not a bad thing. It could be good for a new casher, for example, so who didn't yet get all the mounts. So that's that. So they're trying to convince or motivate people to come to the 4th day using the mount, and to come to the 5th day using especially the experience scroll, as well as the 7 divinity soul. So that's the recharge big spender, 17th of June. So let's go over. So this is the event giving advanced henna, giving talent stones, wrath stones, hoofs, gold, gems, and that's the mustache clothing chest. So in this one you have a chance for the wings, but this is predominantly casher chest. You can get, if you're a free player watching this, you can get 10 of these chests via the exchanges, but only 10, so not more than that. So additional rewards for spending for those people who are doing that. That's 14th of June. 16th was loaded epic spender. So again, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 balance spending, 30,000, 50,000, and up to 80,000 balance spend. And here you have the 1,000 beast souls on both options. And the difference is mostly if you're going for clothing, fashion core, good luck charms, or if you're going for the self upgrade items. So those are the choices, and the different balance spend amounts are just higher or lower quantities of those items. Alright, on 17th, so on 16th they loaded Epic Spender, and on 17th they loaded again another Epic Spender. So now we saw so far on page 1 already bonus items for recharging, big spender for spending, another epic spender for spending, and another epic spender for spending again. So you can see that for those people who are spending balance, there are a bunch of rewards to be like overlapping rewards that you can get. This one is an epic spender focused on dimensions and crystals. This one goes from 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 30,000, and up to 50,000 balance spent. You get an expert coordinate chest, which is not a big priority. It's just tossed in there. It looks good, but yeah, you can get them normally as well without caching. You get fused level 10 gem, dimension essences for expert, and for lower spending it's for lower qualities, but for lower qualities they have much less meaning. A level 9 wheel crystal is probably the top item in this list, and a level 10 resistance crystal. Those are the expensive items, let's say, in this pack of items. So that's the epic spender. Then we got the clothing chest exchange, the casher version. So this is where you can get for free 10 chests. So and you see here that's indicated 10. That's the maximum allowance, and you can get those with bread. So bread is the mini item of this event cycle, and you can exchange, if you don't have enough of those, you can exchange one event chest for 10 breads. So this is equivalent to 10 event chests exchanged for 10 event clothing chests. So that's that, and free players should do that. I recommend that you do that, because you probably will not get in any of the higher value items there. But what you could get is you could get fashion core or fashion core shards or good luck charms, and those things can help you level up your clothing. It won't be a lot, and most of it is gold. So about a third of it is gold. And a third of it is a clothing shard, which is the same as a clothing event chest, so that's not difference. The only difference here is the ability to get fashion cores and good luck charms, so that's the difference. And if you compare that with the mustache chest, the drops of these are, let's say, more interesting than the mustache chest drops. So you can just exchange 10 mustache chests for 10 these chests, get a little bit better return. Dimensional exchange, they're still keeping on doing these things, although they make no sense, and I don't know. A lot of these are not interesting. On our blog we did an analysis for different tiers here, and there are 2 tiers which are interesting, and actually the regular henna one was the most interesting one, the 2,500 regular henna for 300 bread. What they have added here now, I see, is 100 mustache chests for rust stones and talent stones, and there is the 1,000 advanced henna exchange for 120 mustache chests. So that's interesting. So those are now added into the dimensional exchange. They were in a different one, I think, before. Anyhow, they are now consolidated here, so that's good. So I'll go over the tiers, and if you want to see the full analysis, you can refer to that article on our blog, wartune.dolgames.com. Otherwise, on the regular henna side, if you can do the 2,500, that's better. If you want to do any of these, then this is the best one. 700 one is second best. Don't bother with the smaller ones at all. they're not efficient. And then in the advanced one, I forget which one it was, but it's probably the top one as well. Still, 300 chests is a hefty price. So for example, here you can see for 300 chests you can get these items, including the 300 advanced henna, and just a little bit above that you can get 1,000 advanced henna for 120. I mean, you know, really no comment. I mean, if you're designing this event and they're even standing next to each other, it's really stupid. So yeah, if you have the chance, go for the 1,000 advanced henna, no questions asked. All the other stuff you can ignore. Extra breads you can get the regular henna, or if you don't get up, sometimes free players are unable to get even the 120. If you get below 120, you can consider using 30 chests to convert into 300 bread to get the 2,500 regular henna. The essences in gold are negligible. We're not even talking about them. For people who have knighthood, they might consider the rust stones and talon stones. So that's one option. Of course, you can still always get the advanced henna because it costs so much henna to increase the tattoos, and really a large amount to max them out. So it's useful always, unless you've already maxed them out, which I think very few people have. So then we have on 16th the mustache chest exchange, the standard design here, which is repeating all the time. Nothing particular to say here, and the recommendation is not to exchange anything here. The only item that's interesting here is converting the event chests into the mini items, the bread, which then you can use to do different things in other events that we already talked about, and maybe we'll talk in a moment as well. Then we got the clothing shard exchange. This is the longer list, which is also available for free players, assuming they have gathered enough clothing shards. So this one keeps with the fashion core good luck charms. Those are the same, being carrying over. Then we have the starting from lilac, so everything else before that has been removed, and we have lilac as the bottom one, and the next time probably lilac will be removed, so that's how it goes. And then we have the next ones, majestic, then reborn phoenix. Yeah, that's tough to show like that. Then frosty Christmas, and basically all those you are already used to. And the new one that's added here is the healer set, which is which you have already seen before, but now if you didn't manage to get it before, you can get it. Yeah, you can get it now via this exchange. They're of course at 120 shards. So originally, if you remember, that still the lilac is the last set with the 100. And after that, they sort of increased price to 120 shards, and now all the sets are at 120, except of course if there is no wings, then it's only 40, but that's rare, like the barbarian set, and there is another one. So there are only two. So in the recent time, two sets which give a title which don't have wings, and those are for free players especially very valuable because they're easy to attain. So that's the clothing shard exchange. Then we got the second mustache. Here there is nothing to exchange, and I've also done analysis on these things and written articles about it. So if you have the chance, do your best to get up to the 1,000 henna. Here is 20 chests for 100. So if we do that 5 times, so that's or 6 times, that becomes 600 advanced henna, just for calculation purposes, and 600 versus 1000. So this is an uninteresting efficiency, but anyways, in this one you're only allowed to exchange 1 time. In a way, if you, let's say, have enough for just 1 time 1000 exchange and just a little bit left over and there's nothing else to do with a little bit, might as well get this one. But otherwise, here people have been grabbing mostly the whips, and I know if you are in very lower level, you might consider the rough stones and the white irons, especially the rough stones, for refinement. But otherwise, legend stones you can completely ignore. It's even ridiculous that they're here. But anyway, so that's the second exchange. Then we got that's the old marshmallow one left over, apparently still. It's going to expire in 24 hours. And there also we had this 20 chests for the 100 henna, and that also should be skipped, let's say. Alright, then we got a login on the 16th opened up. That's pretty traditional design, with one chest and bread. And for regular players and for VIP players, they also get 100 regular henna and 2 chests. The tokens I'll just ignore. Then we have on the 17th expert tattoos, the 2 events which are always together. One of them is daily and one of them is cumulative, so once in total, once during the event. And for these ones, we have done analysis on scenarios, and we have 5 or 6 scenarios. You can refer to our analysis article if you have sufficient henna and you are thinking of doing this event. You can refer to that analysis article and take the best scenario in order to have the highest return on your henna. They are all doing all of them just like that is not directly interesting. There are several combinations of how many per day you should do. I remember for my knighthood achievement, I had done one time 50-50-50, and that one is to collect the 50 daily reward and the 150. So this is the day one, so that's the 50, and the 150 cumulative reward. And I finished it off with a 50-30-0 combination, which has nearly the same level. I think it was 36% return we calculated. A bit lower than the 50-50-50 version, but it was just enough to get me into knighthood, so that's what I had used. But yeah, for your character you might have a different situation, so if you're unsure, well, you're welcome to check out the analysis and take the best decision for your character. Then we got the Titan training, 16th of June, 25, 75, 150, 250, 750 times Titan training, and the returned wrath stones, event chests, and gold. Gem Master, same build as before, so you have to own or have equipped 10 of level 6, starting from level 6 and going up to level 11 gems, and if you have that you can collect these rewards. In the past these rewards were bad, but now they're, I think, decent. You get event chests and you get the mini items. So, and if you can plan well for this event, you can actually prepare in advance. So when this event comes, you can collect all the rewards if you make good planning for it. Gem synthesis loaded for the 17th of June. We got from level 6 to level 11 gem synthesis, and you get in return soul seals, more gem packs, an additional like a duplicate gem, so if you make one you get one, and event chest. The event chest quantities are not really very high, especially making those high level gems are difficult, but you only get a few chests for that. So you really only do this for the duplicate gem. If you most like for the people who are able to do level 10, level 11s, they are most likely already maxed out on soul engraving and soul marks, so those things are not interesting, and the packs generally drop lower grade gems. So yeah, the main interest here when synthesizing is the duplicate gem. Of course, some additional event chests don't hurt at all. So not really criticizing this event. It's just saying, yeah, just describing it. So clothing identification, same build as before. Clothing shard for 3 identifications, you get 1 clothing shard, 2 breads, and 200k gold. And this one can be done multiple times. And this applies both to identification with gold as well as refinement with fashion cores. Talent upgrade, we have 1,000, 3,000, 6,000, 10,000, and 30,000 balance spend to upgrade your talent, and with 150 talent stones and 50 mustache chests and 10 million gold as the top reward there. 16th June arena party, team arena battles, basically doing 10 times, and that's medallion, insignia, bread, and gold. These are exactly the same every time they open this event, so nothing new here. As well as the astral madness is the same design as before, loaded on the 16th for 6 days. And yeah, you can easily get the orange one if you spend some gold in astrals. But basically on my account, for example, I don't bother with this event. There is nothing worth missing if you lose out. So for example, if you don't do this at all, you miss, because the 5 red astrals most likely you're not getting. I'd imagine not even 1% of the population base is going to get this reward. So we're only basically talking about 1 orange and 1 red. If you toss in a 10 million gold into the astrals, you'll probably get an orange. The red one is harder to predict, but basically if you don't do it at all, you just lose 2 breads. The Daru is obsolete in a way, and the gold is negligible, so don't stress out if you miss this one. If you can do it, it's cool, but if you don't, that's cool as well. So that's all the 4 pages of the event. So that's 16th, which is today, and 17th of June, which is tomorrow. So to highlight specifically for free players, because they often ask for advice after all the discussions, of course try to get the so like I mentioned, try to get these 10 chests from the Casher clothing exchange. Where was that? I lost it already. Here, from this one. Try to get these 10 chests. It should be possible for you to gather, even if you are not really playing long for a long time. You should still be able to gather enough, or whatever you manage. Try to get up to 10 of these. In the dimensional exchange, if you don't manage to get 120 chests, you can use 30 chests to get the 2,500. So that's what I want to highlight. In the clothing shard exchange, get the one which you don't have. If you don't have most of them, then start by the lowest on the list, because they remove each time they remove a whole set. So take the lowest on the list that is an S grade if you don't have a lot of shards. So I don't remember by heart now each one of these. On our blog we had posted the grades for all different clothings, but you don't have to go to the blog for that. You just go to your design dressing room and look up the grade, and if you only have, let's say, 120 shards, take the first from the bottom that is an S grade. So that's what I recommend to relatively new players. So then we got the mustache exchange. So here I mentioned already. Let's see what else is. The dimensional exchange was the one where the more attention should be placed. For more experienced players who are not knighted, but also who are knighted, should consider the 1000 advanced 10 exchange. Definitely none of the nonsense is below that. And still you can take multiple or 20 times, up to 20 times this one. That's also possible, even if you have a relatively, even if you are, just became knighted, or attained knighthood, I should say, you still have use for regular henna. So you can use that up to 2,000 points, and you can also use that afterwards to make adjustments like on selection of attributes in the tattoo system. So that's that, and nothing in this as I mentioned. So clothing, and let's see, login. Yeah, grab the login. It's always nice. And for the expert tattoo, it's really important that if you do this event, that if you are interested in the highest efficiency, refer to our analysis on our blog. So that's that. Titan training. Yeah, gem master. Grab all you can. Look at your gems. And try to convert or synthesize in such a way to get as many of these rewards as possible, and then plan on having 10 of each gems so that you can do these events in the future as well. On synthesis, you don't have to do all of them. Definitely, it's not a significant event. Do what you can. Definitely do one level 6, do a 7, and after 7 it's already all maybe. It's not, if it depends how many gems you have. If you've been playing for years and you have a huge amount of gems, yeah, sure, go ahead and do them all. But if you have a limited amount of gems, consider future events where you might get better rewards. So definitely you can do the 6 and 7, but after that, think about it depending on how many gems you have. So for example, if you can synthesize 10 level 8 gems, I'd say skip it, because you don't have so many. But if you can synthesize 20, yeah, go ahead and do it. And so that's how I guess I'd look at it. Clothing identification, no need to hurry. You can do it if you need to, or you can skip it and do it next time. This event keeps on repeating. There's no hurry for that one. Yep, and that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll also add there is a 500 Balon recharge pack. So that one, these recharges, when they come up, they generally, not always, but generally are interesting. And after you recharge 500 or more, it doesn't matter. Even if you recharge 1 million, you'll only get this. You will not get the next ones. But after you unlock this one, you will then there'll be like 1,001 and I think 1,500 and so forth. So if you're gonna do, let's say, 2,000 Balons, then do 500 first, and then you can participate in the, for example, the 5 daily consecutive recharge event and do 500 5 times. So that's possible. But in order, if you want to get these rewards, you need to do those amounts. So if the next one is 1,000, then the next day you should do 1,000, not 500. So that's for this one. And then there is the recharge gift pack. So that's again more rewards for recharging, and this one starts from 2,000 Balons. And generally also gives decent rewards. So in here is included Advanced Mara and level 6 Divinity, and then there is a 6,000 version, 10,000 version, so increased amounts of the various resources, 40,000, 60,000 and 100,000. And the 100,000 Balon recharge includes Legendary Loki, Seal, Dark and Light. So there you have it. So there's a lot of recharge events, a lot of spending events, and if you're interested in those, go ahead. So that's that.